fellow knights. Welcome back to the Struggle Bus, where today we're going to be trying some Mardu Aristocrats, which is a deck you guys have shown quite an affinity for, so why not? But first, I want to say if you are returning to the channel, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video, as it really does help me out quite a bit, and I am extremely appreciative of it, my friends. If you're new to the channel, sit back, relax, and enjoy the gameplay, and then maybe consider dropping a like. Alright, Mardu Aristocrats. We previously tried a Rakdos sacrifice list, and now we're going to be splashing some white for some really neat tools. So without further ado, let's get on into it. First off, plenty of twos, which I like. We're Rite of Oblivion, almost always an auto include here because you're able to get an automatic 2-for-1 off of it. Because of the fact that it has a flashback, it allows us to sacrifice a permanent non-land permanent that we have to exile a target non-land permanent. It could be our own if we need to, but more importantly, it'd be our opponent. It's nice because it's a good 2-for-1 removal. Elos Ilkor is a 2/2 for white black with Death Touch whenever, and this is our main drain effect engine here, or I guess one of two. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So a nice good way to reach out to the opponent and really hedge our bets a little bit towards the aggro list, being able to gain some life that they can slow them down, right? Next up, we have Can't Stay Away, because this is an engine deck and people are always consistently removing our engines. We are trying to keep that engine alive with Can't Stay Away. That allows us to return a creature with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard. It gains if this creature would die, exile it instead. It has flashback, so a nice way to get back an Elos, get back a Vraan, a Jadar, or something like Morbid Opportunist, Braids, and keep the engine going. Vraan Executioner Thane is a card from All Will Be One. It's a 2/2 vampire for 1 black. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This ability triggers only once each turn. So unfortunately, it does have a cap on it where we can only trigger it once per turn, but this deck does somewhat facilitate being able to, for example, chump block or do something on defense to allow this trigger to happen should we need to. And of course, it is every other creature, so it will not trigger off of it dying as well. Just keep that in mind. Jadar is one of our big token generators, giving us a nice decayed token that will kill itself if we need it to, or can be sec fodder. And yeah, end of supply. Another new card from Phyrexia that we were trying, thanks to the splash in white, is Norn's Wellspring as another way, a resilient way to draw cards versus our opportunist that sometimes doesn't quite stay on the field very long. It is a artifact for 1 white. Of note, it's not legendary. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an oil counter on Norn's Wellspring. 1 and tap, or remove 2 oil counters from Norn's Wellspring and draw a card. So I think it's pretty good on rate. You're already getting a little bit of filtration through just creatures dying, which is what this deck wants to do anyways. And then every time 2 things die, we get to turn it into a card. So that's a very good way to get additional card advantage on our opponent. And it's resilient. It's an artifact, right? So I think there's a little bit of value to be had there. So that is why we're running 2 of those and then 3 Morbid Opportunists instead of the full play set. This is a 1/3 for 2 and a black. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So this is a point blank just card draw engine for the deck. Running 3 Braids, Arisen Nightmare, because she allows us to sack all kinds of permanents to force our opponent to sack that kind of permanent. They do get to choose though, so they're always going to choose what's best for them. But if they do not sack something, they lose 2 life and we get to draw a card, which is nice. Urbrask's Forge is a card that I'm continuously enjoying brewing with. For 2 and a red, you get an artifact at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put an oil counter on Urbrask's Forge, then create an X1 red Phyrexian Horror creature token with trample and haste. Whenever X is the number, where X is the number of oil counters on Urbrask's Forge, sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. So unlike the decayed token that sacrifices itself immediately after doing combat or damage, the Forge token can stick around. Now, sometimes you are not going to attack with it because you know your opponent's going to just block it and get rid of it. But the fact that it can get in, deal its damage, and then we're able to still sacrifice it for value is extremely potent. And it synergizes very well with the next card because remember, these tokens do get bigger, and we have Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. You guys have seen this guy in the meta for quite a bit. It's a good sacrifice. It's not really a sacrifice card, but it kind of is because of casualty. It'll allow us to sacrifice a creature, presumably one of our tokens, hopefully, like, for example, let's say a 4/1 Urabas token, and now we'll make a copy of Omnixus coming into play with 4 loyalty. So it can get out of hand pretty quickly. Spoiler alert, I have yet to have it last long enough where the Forge tokens are 7/1s, and I get to just immediately ultimate, because you can imagine, opponent probably dead by that point, but it is what it is. But a good source of another drain effect, a little bit of card advantage, right, if our opponent chooses to discard, and then of course it gives us some more sack fodder with those devils. At the 4-drop slot, trying out a couple of new cards, this is where the deck starts to get a little more interesting. I was looking at the list and realized we're running quite a few legendaries. So we are running 2 Ratodropics of Urborg. What this is going to do, this guy copies anytime one of our legendary creatures dies. It makes a 2/2 zombie copy of it that is not legendary. So the cool thing here is that now it turns all of our legendaries into sack fodder should we need to, and we're not going to lose their effects. Or the other option is that our opponent kills it, right, in a heart. Let's say we're stuck, right? Let's say we have 3 Vraans in our hand. We could potentially play the second, kill one of them, and then that will trigger making a copy of it. And now we have 2 Vraans in play because one is not legendary. So we can do those shenanigans as well if need be. So just something to keep in mind. And that's why I think I'm consider running it. It also means that we get essentially 2 for 1 off of our legendary creatures to give us more sack fodder. And then finally, a card that I like having more reach in this deck because we're running smaller creatures. It's easy to block us. And so we're running Garna, Bloodfist of Keld, which is a 4/3 for 1 black, red. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Which, hey, I'll be honest with you, I have not been able to do it with a Decayed token. I'm pretty sure it's not attacking anymore when the Decayed token sacks. But you know, if your opponent now, it makes them chump blocking an issue, right? Or or just blocking your chump attacks makes it an issue for them, right? They gotta figure out if they want to give you a card or not. So I think that's good value. And then otherwise, Garna, Bloodfist of Keld deals 1 damage to each opponent. So regardless, when your creatures die, it's gonna ping the opponent, giving them reach, giving you reach, and punishing them for essentially giving rid of your creatures. So I think it's a good target. Of course, it is legendary, so we're only running 3, so I felt like it was a natural blend between 2 Ratodropics and a Garna. We did Forge Boss, I think last time is the name of the card, and I wasn't thoroughly impressed with it. The 3/4 body actually did quite a bit of blocking, but the 2 damage only once per turn, I kind of want like a drain effect if I could, or something like that, versus this can trigger as many times as we want. So for example, if we are doing an A space, or we are doing an Alpha Strike or something like that. And then finally, a last new card from All Will Be One is Drivnod Carnage Dominus. This is a whopping 8/3 for 3 black. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That is the real reason why we're running him. But for 2 Phyrexian black mana, exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard, which could happen. Put an indestructible counter on Drivnod Carnage Dominus. I thought this was a cool inclusion. It is a 5, which isn't unheard of for this deck. But so we're only running a 2. The cool thing about this is when something dies, i.e., one of our tokens, right? It's going to trigger 2 counters on Norn's Wellspring. It's going to trigger 2 drain effects from Vraan, which is 4, drain for 4, 2 Elos. You guys kind of get the pit drift, right? Same thing with Morbid Opportunist. We get to draw 2 cards. So I think it's a very potent ability in a sack deck where we know our creatures are dying and we're going to get value. Why not double it, right? Kind of like building an Elesh Norn deck. So we're trying this one out. Let's find out if we're able to capitalize on Drivnod or not. But that is the list, my friends. So before we get into the gameplay, I want to give a very special shout out to Luigi Calabrese. Thank you, or Calabrese, not sure. Let me know how it goes. But thank you so much, Luigi, for supporting the channel, riding the struggle bus with us, my friend. I really do appreciate you. You rock. This Mardu Aristocrats list is for you, my friend. Wish we had one of our 2 drops. No red. Real mulligan. much better. Much better. 2, 3, 4. Keep and tuck the opportunist, or let's keep our card draw. Let's keep our card draw, and hopefully I don't regret it. Oh, I just realized we can't play our 2-drop on curve. That's awkward. So we're going to do like this. That way we can draw off of this the turn, right? All right, well, let's go this way at the very least. It is a bit of a bummer, though. Almost had the perfect curve. Then I feel bad about going down a card. Then, in that situation, maybe it would have been better. Yeah, it would have just straight up been better to keep the big man himself. Green-white toxic. All right, well, then let's play braids. That way they don't have a clear attack, right? And then we can use forge to make them start sacrificing and drawing. It throws our curve off a little bit, but I think preventing the first poison counter is pretty important. And I don't want to give him a free. So if we draw a land, it doesn't really change it. We still just play a 3-drop. Okay, we'll still block. There we go. Oh, land would have been nice. So I guess here we just go forward so we get the free attack. They're going to get their poison regardless. No attacks. And triggers like that. Sack a creature. Give me a card. Interesting. Interesting. They missed their land. Not anymore. Fair. Fair. So now I think we're going to go opportunist to, instead of pinging them, I think we're going to go opportunist so we start drawing some cards. Yeah, it's because we're going to need some card advantage going on here. If we draw a land, all right, so we just go opportunist, make them sack again. Then we get to draw. No attacks. Triggers. All right, engine online. Let's see if it's going to be good enough. Land? All right. So next turn we go Wellspring and Elos. They're going to attack, put a poison counter on us. We could double block. And in fact, I'm halfway inclined to do it because we have another Braids. So we can, yeah, I think they've block, lose Braids. Stop the first poison counter. I think so. I think we stopped the first poison counter. We still get the draw, so she replaces herself. We get to hit them. They do have vigilance. Play another Braids. I think they're going to hit us with the counter now, so I think we just need to go tall. So go here. Wellspring plus Elos. Right? And then we kind of get our engine going. Engine online, homie. Swing. You block. Triggers. Let's scry. We have our lands. We can bottom that. We need like an actual like obliterate. So I think that's what we're doing. Okay. If you've got first blood. We get to draw 2 cards next turn. 1, 2, 3. We'll play the tapped land, right? Go this way. We have enough black, so play this. We go Braids plus. Yeah, I don't think it really matters, actually. So we'll keep this one to cycle. Yep. It's got trample, so we might as well just take this one. We could. Oh, I guess we could kill it this way. Do they have the Tyvars? Yeah, okay, they do. So if we blocked, they would have. Okay, yeah. So if we blocked, they would have just used the protection spell. So. Guy's gonna get pretty big. Well, maybe we should have to eat the Tyvar's protection. Can't. Oh, deck, you sly dog, you. Okay, let's go here. And attack with these two. Right? They're going to be blocking this thing all day, unfortunately. Oh, so we actually don't attack because we're Braids. Attack. Because then we can Elos plus can't stay away. They take it. So they know the jig is up. Let's go here. Play braids. Can't cycle, but we can draw. So we've got that going for us. Trigger, trigger. Sure, maybe attacked with that? No, they would have blocked. They've been blocking. All right, end our turn. We could have can't stay away braids, but I don't think that's correct. Yes, trigger this way. Sack that, draw a card. Ooh, engine online. Engine is online. Could make him start sacking lands, actually. I didn't think about that. What? No way. They have to have a board wipe, right? Jadar seems good. They had... What? What? Alright, we're just gonna start making you sack lands then. Oh, this is freaking sweet. I did not expect them to kill our Contaminator. They really don't want to give us cards from braids. Or maybe they don't understand that they have the choice? No, they've got to know they have the choice, right? There's no way. Draw. Ooh, baby, I love you. Yes! Yes! Oh, we've got the combo. All of our ducks in a row, baby. All of them. All right, cool. So let's go untap land. Play Jadar. I mean, they're not going to have instant speed fight, right? Play Vraan. Hold the Opportunist. Can't stay away. Attack with everybody. Attack here. And then drain you. Oh my goodness. I almost feel bad for the opponent. Almost. This way. Trigger, trigger. Sack this dude. I mean, their opponent's being great sports about this. Oblivion, yes. Leave that on top. We'll draw. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. That felt great. Should have played a tap land. The untap land didn't make a difference there. Good game. Good game, opponent. So was it all protection spells that they had? Has to be, right? They're going to wipe the board. Maybe we should have made them. All right, here we go. Farewell. They could. They could run a farewell. Valor Stance. And we're not going to slow roll them. We'll just attack. Nice. Nice. We did the thing. We did the thing. Missing red. But we have... Oh, we needed the... yeah, we need a second black. I'm going to mulligan this. Okay, this is better. Keep this, and we'll tuck one of our removal spells, and we'll go 2-3, right? Go like this. Alright, we have a right, and we can gain some life. So, the trick is on whether our Vraan survives or not. Opponent's going to come out the gate swinging. No 2-drop. That bodes well for us. Let's go this way. Play Vraan. Then we have our Opportunist. Maybe we could do a little something, something. Hot Springs. Nice. I'm sold. I like it. I like it. We're not blocking. I'm confused. What did I miss there? That was weird. Let's go here. And let's just attack. We're not blocking, and they're playing everything with haste. Probably going to sack. I mean, we can get rid of the Invigorate. Blastoderm. Well, hexproof. We can't block that. We do get to gain a little bit of life, though. Oh, I see what they did. I got you. So as long as that's in play. There. Well, it's not that much better. It does block that, though. So I think we do just play it and swing. Sack to do that, but I don't think we need to. Come on. Of course, because then as soon as we do that, we're going to draw like our sweet bomb diggity. Another Blastoderm. Probably should get rid of that. Block the big one that doesn't have trample. We get to ping, draw, do some things. Alright, come on. Draw a Jadar. See? Freaking told you. Told you. Alright, let's go here. Let's go Jadar. And then attack, and we're going to block with this guy. Alright. Block with Opportunist, draw a card, and then we have Oblivion. So, Raiju's pretty good. I think the only reason why we're remotely in this is because of Vraan. I wonder if we just double chump. That can't be right? Huh? Yeah, well, shoot. I think we do. Come on. We've got some gas. I know we do. Come on. We get to draw, so that's a good thing. That... Make a dude swing. We're gonna sack a dude. That doesn't help. We need something else. A land. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could sack this. So land does kind of get us there, right? All right. I think we leave the land on top. And then draw. Ouch. Double. Jeez. All right. Swing. Can we kill them? And if that would have been 5, 6, no. So we kill that. Oh, we're back up. Okay, we're good. So play a land. Attack here. Oblivion play? No, that's not correct. Exile this guy. Sacking this. Triggers. Does that work? I think that does. Right? Next turn, as long as we keep our Vraan, I think that actually works. And then we flashback this one, killing that, unfortunately. So they don't have haste. Get that dead. Sack this. Okay. Plan B's working. We're at 14. Play that. We get a free dude to kill. Or we Oblivion that. Right? Oh man, this is close. This is a good game. Yeah, being able, whenever one or more creature you control die, each opponent loses. You can only once each turn. So the fact that we were like chump blocking helped. Okay. I think that seals the deal, right? That gets us there, especially with the right in hand. So go here, go to combat, hit you for 3, and then right this, sacking that. Nice. All right, this one looks okay to me. Elos or Vraan into Forge seems good. The only trick is, oh, I think we actually go Jadar first, right? Is it mono blue? Is it time for some
decision-based gaming?
All right, let's hold off on these. Start our sacrifice trigger. See if they counter it. All right, yeah, because these will trigger right away, right? So let's go 3. Let's do our curve, right? Do our curve, and then if we draw our 4th land, we can play these 2. We do. Excellent. So let's go Forge, get in for 3. They're just going to protect the Drake. We're not going to sacrifice Jadar because they could just put a counter on it. Because I think we could race this, especially with them not having... with them... Yeah, so they're going to put a counter on it. or slip it out the back. Yeah, okay. We missed a point, but I think it's fine to protect. Because next turn, they're going to take quite a bit, right? They're going to take... we're going to gain 3. They're going to lose 3. Regain 3. They're going to lose 4. From bird. All right. Oh, so that's why the counter. Got it. Nice. So which one's more important? Probably Vraan. So let's Vraan first. See if they counter. We could run the Wellspring or the Elos. This is curious. Do they run counter magic? That is the question. So if they run counter magic, let's play, make sure Elos resolves versus Norn's Wellspring. And that could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, so they're not running counter magic. Okay. Because they could be running either Make Disappear or the Bounce. We still get some value off of this, so I'm not too heartbroken about it. Are they gonna fight? These decks don't really run the fight spell. Oh, they're gonna march, right? That's what it is. Okay, cool, fair. So they march, they get a pass here, but we're at a healthy life total. Yep. Seems good. Attack you this way. I don't think that was worth it, in all honesty. Scry, draw a card. I don't think we need that right now, as weird as that sounds. I guess because there's no way we draw, so we only play 2 of them, right? So I think we need to bottom it and try to hit a land. So we can go either 5 or we can go 3 and 2, which is probably what we want to do. Yeah, they're going in deep. They're going in deep. I think it's fine. The fact that we're going to gain a bunch of life, I think we're okay. Like, they are going to make this guy bigger. That is a thing. But... Alright, let's go here. So we get another trigger. No pause, which makes me feel good about this right. Makes me feel really good about this right. So we're swinging for the fences here. Oh, opponent. I am like, sorry, but not. Triggers. We don't get to draw the card here. Bottom that. And we still get to 2 for 1 you. And pay, sacking this guy. Ooh, yes. And they call it quits. Got there. All right, this seems decent. We can go Wellspring into Forge. All right, let's keep this. Seems kind of resilient. Let's lead off with the pass just in case. But yeah, I think kind of slow rolling a little bit may make the best of it, right? Let's go this way because we could scry until we see what our opponent's doing. Jund oil looks like. Well, Jund. Yeah, it's kind of weird getting both of those. Not really what I wanted to see, but all right. Get the scry. We have our land that goes to the bottom. All right, so not too shabby. Not too shabby. We could potentially, next turn, we'll go Jadar plus Vraan, which will get us 2 counters on that, which is pretty sweet. And I don't think they're going to have ways of interacting, though we're going to be on a pretty short clock. Going to be on a pretty short clock here. So here, plus here. All right. We got our engine going. No attacks. Trigger. Boom, boom. All right. Of course, going up against... Ooh. Yeah. I mean, we're missing the land, but we get to draw. So, yeah, let's leave that guy on top. We're here to do a thing, right? Oh, we have to pay 1 to do that. Oops. My bad. But still, I mean, I think it's kind of worth it. The only problem is potentially the... well, maybe they're oil and not poison, right? Because they're running Flame Stoker. If we can get this guy to stick, man, that'd be freaking sweet. Right? Because then we're getting all the triggers. Another Contaminator. And unfortunately, this guy can't block Contaminator very well on more than one occasion. Yep, guess we're going to take it and like it. We're not going to die. I mean, this is a pretty fast clock. So let's see. We're going to definitely draw first, for sure. Well, I guess we get to scry. I'm just trying to think if we want to play this guy or not, right? So I think we draw. That's not great. So I guess go here. Make a 3. Both these guys attack. This will trigger. I mean, we've got some action here. Radadravik would be sweet, but not right now. Would like to play. Ugh. Come on, come on. We're on a clock. We're on a clock, my friends. Morbid. Oh my gosh, just give me my land. Just want my land. That's a good trigger as well. There's a land somewhere in here. Oh, and we get to draw again. Sweet. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Too bad he doesn't trigger multiple times. So this is going to be 6. So I guess we're dead. No, we can double block. This guy have... Alright, so that's a bummer. Right? Because they're just going to minus hit, kill these two guys. We can't block. So close, yet so far away. There's no way we can kill them, right? There's just no way. Put 2 more counters on this so we get to scry. Yep, you got it, bud. Triggers. No, our opponent had our number. There's our land, but now it's too late. Lol. So what are we looking for? I guess it has to be our... We have to look for our removal. It's not gonna do it. Looking for our Oblivion, Rite of Oblivion, to get one of these guys off the board. That's so funny that we finally get it afterwards. The opponent will never know. Loss does not do it for us, unfortunately, right? It's not... Yeah, it's gotta be Oblivion or bust, or we just die to these guys. Oh, so cool. Like, at least you know Norn's Wellspring freaking works, man. Holy shnikes. Like, we've bottomed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. And the thing is, it's just sequencing, unfortunately. If we had been able to play Drivnod in time, I think it would have been a different story for sure. For sure. We're going to get to draw, though. And then, let's see, we crack back for 6. If we played that, that'd been 7 with Elos, but we're going to die to poison, more importantly. I think they're trying to figure out how they want to... We could play these 2 again, get those triggers, but like I said, I think... Yeah, that's fine. So our best... And even then, that's not going to work. That's actually not going to work. Yep, you got it. You get to proliferate there as well. And they're stopping it to make sure we don't take too much damage. I can respect it. I can respect it. They get to do the thing. Nice. Let's draw. Now we get the land. So we could play these 2 guys again, but I don't think that's enough because of these Muldoons. And we don't have enough. We can go... Creature causes a dying trigger permanently, but that doesn't work. So go here. Go here. We still get to draw. Right? Drivnod. So close, yet so far away. Alright, we gotta kill him because the drain isn't going to matter. They let that go, and then we die. Yep. Good game, opponent. Good game. 6. We almost got there. Almost. If we had an Elos, We may have gotten there. Like, it just the poison was too much. Ah, there it is. Only 22 cards deep. Right? Alright, draw. Good game. Good game. Good game, opponent. Well played. Well played. We're gonna keep it. We keep it because all what this hand really needs, in all honesty, is a 2-drop, and then we're kind of good, right? We can go forwards to get the ball rolling. Then on 4, we play Opportunist, draw a card. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. That's not the 2-drop I was looking for, but at least mono black, we may have a shot with Forge going. They play their 2-drop, but we do have... So attacks, I'll target card from a graveyard. Okay. Well, that's not really what this life is about, so we're okay. Get in there for 1. Probably get the other Forge going over drawing. Kind of go to our plan C effect, which is Forge aggro. Seems like a thing we could do. Seems like a thing we can do, my friends. Question is, will we be able to pull it off? I mean, they're going to win that damage race right now. Drivnod not going to do much with this Harvester eating up our graveyard. Another one. Another one bites dust. Hey, hey. Another one bites dust. Hey. 2-drop. Let's try to hit our lands. I think I'm going to do it this way to try to hit our land drop, right? Because then that increases our chances of next turn being able to go Elos plus right, which would be a sweet little synergy. Tap land, unlucky. Unlucky. Taking 6. Probably going to block. Definitely going to block. Not to let them draw 2, and we don't want to take 6. So we get a card out of it. There we go. So now we get to go Elos plus Oblivion on Gix. Seems reasonable. Ooh, and do we not even take damage to do it? So... we take 1. Fair. Black, white. Go here. Trigger the homie. Gain a little bit. Alright, alright. And then next turn we can play another Oblivion plus Forge. I like that. Get rid of that. Eat this. Okay, okay. Get some sweet damage action going. Alright. Hey, we got a thing going.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
So they can play a land, hit us with Invoke. We lose Elos. Take 3, but we get to play a Forge for 4. Yep. Alright, not too shabby. Down to 7, which is not within Invoking range if they have a second one. So I do think we are going to pop the top on... So I think we are going to go this way and make sure that dies, right? Instead of playing Drivnod. Of course, this means that we're not going to be able to do our sweet, sweet Drivnod combo. Exile this one, killing that one. Alright. See what you got, opponent. You're going to be taking minimum... You have up to, what, 7, right? 5 and 2. 7 damage combos going to go board. That's potentially lethal. You can fire off the Foundry if you want. This guy has an Earth, so we can take another 3. That's what they're going to do. Oh, that's right, because we did block 1 with our guy. So they're going to eat our Rite of Oblivion. Oh, boy. I mean, if they fire that off, they're just dead, right? Oh, but they could have the cut down to stop the smaller one. Can they do 2 more damage to us? I mean, kudos to them if they got it, right? Well fought. Well fought. Maybe we should let him draw a card. Maybe we should have let him draw a card. Maybe we should have let him draw a card. Target player draws 2 cards and takes 2 damage. Kind of an embarrassment of riches here. Go to combat. Try to attack, and then we'll figure out what we do after that. This does not gain us life. Looks like they have the cut down. So they're not dead. So we have to play Dom this. Oh, they didn't have it. Wow. Okay, so plan C worked.